Good morning, everybody. Hope you are well. It's Emily here from Bright Yoga Space. We're going to be talking to you this morning about the Bright Yoga Space offerings that we've got coming up, including an in-person event. So, hey, Kylie. I'm just going to wait for Kylie to join the live because we're going to do this together, which is exciting. I'm just setting that up.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. Look at us go.
I know, this is exciting. Oh, look.
This is fun.
Both
You just got really quiet.
Oh, did I? You're really loud.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I don't know if that's me or you.
It might, I don't know. It might be you.
Let's try.
We'll see. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, cool.
Anyone gives us any feedback on how it sounds, but otherwise we can get started.
If you're on live with us, tell us if you can hear us okay.
And how was your class this morning, lovely?
It was really good. It was really good. Just a nice all-rounder, nothing too flashy.
Excellent.
Breath and movement is just a gift in itself.
Absolutely.
And yeah, talked a little bit about just our practice as the opportunity to really connect to ourselves and how important that is for us to do first and then move out into the world from there.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Should we talk a little bit about the event first, and then we can maybe if we've got time we can chat about what we've got on offer for people in general.
Yes.
All the beautiful stuff.
Yeah, let's do that.
So yeah, we've got our first in-person event at Bright Yoga Space happening on Monday the 22nd of June, which in Australia is the first day that we can actually go back to teaching in person. And there's still some restrictions around that, so we're limited to 10 people in the space, and we still need to keep our distance, but we are super excited to be able to all be in the same space together. And it just happens that the 22nd of June is the day after the new moon for this month, and also the winter solstice. And you know what? It's also International Yoga Day on the 21st of June too. So
yay!
An unbelievable opportunity for us to be able to offer an in-person event. So we're going to be doing a combined new moon circle and winter solstice gathering, and it's going to be delicious. And maybe Kylie, if you want to talk about the sister circle part of it, and then I'll have a chat about the solstice and the symbolism of that.
Sure. So if you've just joined us, pop a hello or a wave in the comments. We're talking about our first in-person event on Monday the 22nd. And we're going to start that event with a sister circle. So on the new moon, it's a really powerful time for us to invite in new intentions and for us to do a little bit of inner work to help us choose really powerful intentions for ourselves, and to be able to then, make plans, make choices, and take action from that space, feeling really aligned with what it is we want to create in our lives. And we have this opportunity in Women's Circle, in a sister circle, to really have a safe space to show up authentically as we are, to be seen and be heard and be held in sisterhood. And that in itself is such a powerful experience. And then we get to do some juicy work in and around the full moon and setting intentions, and we look a little bit at what's happening in the planetary location, from an astrological perspective, which gives us some beautiful insight and some tools to use with the times. But really, for the most part, it's really just about coming together to connect as women from the heart. And that it's an absolute joy and a pleasure to be able to, create these circles and invite you to join us. If anyone's live with us, pop in the comments and let us know. Maybe you've had an experience in a circle. And hi to Leah, how are you? Maybe you've had an experience in a circle, and you know, you might like to share what that was like for you. We've been doing these circles, or you know, myself, I've been hosting these circles since November last year, and it's been a joy to bring this work into Bright Yoga Space and creating Bright Sister Circle. But really, you know, now this opportunity, we've been doing these online, and this opportunity to come together in person is so exciting, and to have some of our community be there in the flesh with us. We're so looking forward to that. And it's such a, you know, it's quite a potent time to say the least. And, you know, the new moon and the solstice, the celebration of International Yoga Day, us as a new business and a beautiful new collaboration. There's so many great things coming out of full restriction in the COVID times. So much wonderful stuff going on, really. So poignant to the time of the solstice, darkest night of the year, and I'll let Em expand on this a little bit more, but as we get to step into the light on the other side. So Em, do you want to share a little bit about that?
For sure, for sure. And if you're not used to, I guess, honoring these cycles of nature, then I invite you to get curious about it, because it's something that we find really powerful, and it's sort of been lost in our culture. A lot of cultures still do follow the cycles, and you know, the moon cycles, but also the cycles of the sun as well. And so the solstice is the time, the winter solstice here in Australia is the time when we have the darkest day. So that just means that there are more hours of darkness than there are of light. And then the solstice indicates this time when we then start to switch, so we can go through that longest night, and then we move into the days starting to extend again. And it's still going to be dark and cold in winter for a little bit longer, but it's almost like this little time that we can take to go, okay, it's still dark, it's still cold, but we're on the up back into the light again. And it was, you know, when we were living in communities where we weren't necessarily so enclosed in our boxes of our houses and, you know, air conditions and everything, then this was something that was so important to celebrate, because it was a time to come together and to feast and to connect and to kind of give each other strength to get through those dark days that are left. And so for us, then, the symbolism of that is really also comes into our yoga practice, and the sort of subtlety of our yoga practice, in that we can look at this idea of going through this dark night and actually embracing that. Because this is something that is really showing up in the world at the moment, is that we are really waking up, and I'm pretty excited about it. You know, sometimes it takes some really awful things to come to light for people to actually step back and realize what they might be contributing to that, and to turn inwards. So we're also offering this opportunity as a real way of saying, you know, it's okay for us to go into that darkness, and for us to, you know, we can't actually change, and we can't do anything about what we don't know and what we don't want to see. So this sort of solstice for me also, and this is the same with the new moons as well, is this real honoring of darkness, and saying that together let's be curious, and let's have a look at what's there, and then we shine the light onto it so that we can grow from that. So does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. I love that. Together we can be curious, and we can grow from there. And that's such, I think that's such a beautiful point. And while we've all been doing our best to be doing this online and stay connected, and we want to really continue to nurture this online connection as best we can, you know, the opportunity to come together in person in this space is really exciting, and share tactile energy with each other in the same room, which we haven't been able to do for so long. So that's really exciting as well.
And we're really going to focus on that connection and that, really that heart connection. So the practices that we're going to do in the solstice circle and the solstice gathering is really around some sort of heart-centered practices. So going into the cave of our hearts. So turning our attention inwards, but turning our hearts into that so that we can meet whatever is there with love and kindness. And then we're going to do some chanting. So if you haven't ever been in a space where we do chanting before, it might feel a little bit different, perhaps a little bit uncomfortable, the idea of using your voice and singing, particularly when the words are in Sanskrit. You might not necessarily have, got your mouth around those kinds of words before. So we encourage you again just to be curious. I mean, everybody I know absolutely loved it and found the connection that we have with each other through the vibration of our voices and the melodies that we can create. And you don't need to be able to sing. It's just about making sound.
Sound and vibration, yes.
So we're going to be we're going to be chanting a few mantras together. A beautiful Gayatri mantra, which is the mantra for the sun, which is very relevant for the solstice time. We're also going to be singing a song in English too, so it won't all be in Sanskrit. So we'll talk about that on the day. But I also just wanted to mention that if you don't identify as a woman and you do want to come to our event, you are very welcome to come to just the chanting part of it. So just the solstice gathering. The circle is part of our sister circles, and it is for people who identify as a woman. But we would like this to be as inclusive as we can. So if you want to just come along to the second half of it and join us in the chanting, then that's also absolutely an option. So get in touch with us. And I guess the last thing that I'll say about the event, from my perspective, is that we're also doing this event as to support a fund within Australia. So it's the Support David Dungay Jr. Fund, and he was a death in custody in Australia, so one of the many statistics, and he's an Aboriginal man, and there's a fund that we are supporting that is appealing his case, and we're pretty keen to also just bring that stuff into the light here so that we can actually not just do our own work, but then take that work into the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So please do get in touch with us if you have any questions about any of it. And again, if you haven't spent much time in these realms of circle or chanting or honoring the solstice, or, that if this is a new space or a new experience for you, we really invite you to come in with that curiosity and that open heart and open mind. And there are some pretty limited spaces available. So we will be honoring the current guidelines, and based on the actual space we have in the room, Emma, our top numbers, 10 people. Yeah, so 12.
Been talking about maybe trying to stream all or part of the experience, either on this platform or via Zoom. So we will let you know if that's going to be an option. If we sell out the places and people really want to be part of the experience, then we might be able to have some way of you joining that. Online.
Yes, and so we're going to investigate that a little bit more. It's going to be taking place at a studio called 215 Mount Buffalo Retreat, and so it's a heated space. It's a beautiful private space, and it's at the base of Mount Buffalo, where Em and I have done retreats before, and it's really beautiful. There's amazing energy of Mount Buffalo, and so I think the experience is going to be pretty powerful in of itself, and all of itself, even, you know, if you're there in person, but also receiving this online, if we end up offering the streamed opportunity, the streamed spaces, which, you know, we hope we can continue doing that. We just have to figure out the technology and the logistics of it all and see how that will work in an in-person and circle space gathering. And of course, sound through live experiences isn't brilliant, so we'll have a bit of a play with that, and we'll get back to you on that. But please get in contact with us if you're really, really wanting to be a part of this and you don't live local to us. And we'll do our best to figure out a way that we can include you. If you're just on live with us, give us a comment, give us a wave. We're talking about our first in-person event coming up Monday 22nd. It's a new moon, circle, and winter solstice gathering. And yeah, we've also got on the table some things coming in the future. Em, do you want to expand a little bit? You're starting your mindfulness course tonight.
Yeah, I'm starting my new 6-week mindfulness course tonight, which I think I only have one spot left for. So if anyone is watching this and they really want to join that and they've missed signing up so far, there is still time for one more person to join the course. So get in touch with me, and that goes for 6 weeks. And I will be offering that course again in the future, face-to-face, and also again online as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's a really great way to learn to meditate, or even if you already meditate and have a practice, it's a great opportunity to really give some inspiration and have yourself held accountable for your practice, and share your experience with other people, which we don't often get to do when we're in a meditation practice. And yeah, I was just going to, I guess, open it up to, you know, the things that we want to offer, because it's a great opportunity with us both on here just to have a quick chat about what really our vision is for Bright Yoga Space and what we want to offer. And I think the fact that we're offering this in-person event that has you know, elements of sisterhood and elements of meditation and chanting, and we really want to be able to offer lots of different aspects of yoga. We absolutely acknowledge and honor that asana and the physical practice is really important, and it's often how many of us come to yoga. And you know, having a healthy body and being able to move energy through our practice is really important. So we will always still continue to offer our flow classes and our yin classes online, and hopefully in the future we'll be offering some classes face-to-face as well in Bright. But we also want to, you know, honor the different aspects of yoga, that including meditation, including mantra and mythology, including breath work. And so the things that you'll see from us are going to be spanning those different aspects of yoga, and hoping that there's something for everybody, because we really believe that yoga is really available for everybody, that you can find an aspect of yoga that's going to transform you. It's such an ancient and powerful practice.
Yes, absolutely. Say hello if you've just joined us. We're just chatting and expanding a little bit on what we want to offer from Bright Yoga Space. So I'm Kylie, and that's Emily above me. And yeah, we're here for you. We're here to be in service, and you know, it's truly an honor for us to be the conduits of this ancient gift of a practice, and it's so multi-layered. And that point of, we want to be able to offer all of the elements of yoga to meet you where you're at. So there's going to be something for everybody in every type of body. you know, at every age. And that's the gentle reminder as well of yoga. It doesn't need to look one way or another way for you to practice. It's for you to find an element of the practice or multiple elements of the practice as a holistic practice for you to meet you where you're at and help you grow and expand as a human being. And so, you know, we really invite your feedback and would love to know also what you love practicing, what are the elements of yoga that help light you up. And if you're totally new and you're curious, thank you for being here and for being open to the journey of it, because it truly is an amazing, life-changing practice. And you know, we want to add in the experiences of sister circles, because that is also another practice in and itself, or an element of yoga. You know, yoga has so many different faces, but when we are showing up for ourselves and when we're connecting with others in a sisterhood, and we're seeing each other for our authentic selves, and we're just holding space for each other, that's also yoga. You know, that's also part of this expansive practice that, you know, for us, we want to honor the traditional roots of yoga. And we also want to see you be able to bring yoga into your modern life today and have it meet you where you're at in daily life, and not have it be inaccessible or something that, you know, is maybe feeling like isn't available to you to practice in its multi-layers. I hope that makes sense too.
For sure. And it, you know, yoga will take you on a journey. And so whether you come into the practice doing a meditation course, or doing a sister circle, or practicing an energizing flow, or simply just, you know, practicing yogic breathing, you know, all of those things on their own are going to give you some amazing tools to help you in life. And then over time, they'll sort of start to take you on a little journey where you might start to explore then the other aspects of yoga. And we're sure you'll go deep into it with us.
We like to go deep, don't we, Em? Gently, though, you know, holding hands deep, not, you know, way you go. So we have a one-day retreat coming up that I think we might have a space left for us just to come available. Yeah. It's Em, do you want to talk a little bit about it? It's called Ignite Your Intentions.
Yeah,
such a great day.
We've been running this retreat for a few years, actually, Kylie and I, as a collaboration, and we had it booked for the beginning of January. It got postponed because of bushfires up in our area. We had it rescheduled for April. It got postponed because of coronavirus. We're very excited to be running it on the 18th of July. It's a one-day retreat where we practice yoga, meditation. We do some journaling practice. We go walking in the bush. We eat some delicious, healthy food. And we just take some time out to really connect in with what we value through lots of different yoga aspects, yoga practices. And then through that, we kind of create an intention towards the end of the day. So an intention in yoga, or a sankalpa, is an affirmation that we can set for ourselves that's going to kind of keep us on track for our lives. So it could be, you know, something like I am enough, or it could be, you know, I am strong, or whatever it is that you feel like you need to keep you on track with your purpose and your values in life. So it can be something really simple, or you could go really deep into this, but it's a beautiful day regardless, just to take some time out for yourself and to enjoy the natural surroundings again of 215 Mount Buffalo, at the base of Mount Buffalo. And
It sure is.
yeah, so we've got one spot available for that. So most people who were booked in have sort of kept their booking, but unfortunately, we've had one person that can't make it, so that means somebody else can. So please get in touch with
Yay.
us if you would like to come to that as well. It's on the 18th, Saturday, the 18th of July from 8 till 4.
Yes. And I'm just actually having a look. I think it falls really close to is it the new moon or the full moon? I think it's the
I thought it was the new moon. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes in on the new moon.
Yeah.
Again, a really powerful time for setting intentions.
Yeah.
So as this upcoming event on the new moon, the solstice, another layer of this practice can be that real connection to nature and that return to nature and the lessons and the gifts the cycle of nature can give us and help guide us. And once we start to attune to that a little bit more, we notice, life can flow a little bit more freely, and we can move with those ebbs and flows rather than sort of trying to swim against the current a little bit. Sometimes it can feel that way in life anyway. So yeah, honoring the gifts of the cycle of nature. Very, it's a joyful practice, really, when you start to get into it. So what else do we want to expand on here for a little chat?
I guess if people haven't been joining us for our online classes, we are still offering 4 classes a week live on Zoom, and then if you're a member with us, you can access those classes forever. We put them onto YouTube. They're we're building up a bank of lots of those classes. So we have 2 energizing flow classes, a yin class and a restorative class, and really nice balance of yang and yin style yoga. And
I think there's nearly 30 videos up there now, I think.
Yeah.
And we're also adding in we've started doing wellness Wednesdays and reflections, and we've got meditations,
mantra and mythology on a Friday. So we've got extra little teachings that are going in there too. And if you remember, you also get access to a downloadable bundle of classes as well that we have pre-recorded and put onto Vimeo, and they are classes that you can download and have on your device so that you don't need to have internet for those. There's about 15 classes, I think, there, including kind of short practices as well. So 20-30-minute practices, some just standalone pranayama, breath work, meditation, yoga nidra. So lots to play with and access. And it's only $50 a month to join our members sanctuary. So if you haven't got in there and you're interested, then you can head over to our website, www.brightyogaspace.com, and pop into our offerings tab, and you can have a look around there, everything that we are popping online.
Yeah. And I'll bridge that by saying we also offer, as part of the Bright Yoga Space, we offer the Bright Sister Circle, and that also have what we call a members haven. So like the sanctuary, we have a Sister Circle haven where you can get a ticket. It's a monthly subscription as well. Sanctuary members get 25% off the haven. And so you can add that on to your monthly subscription for about another $4 or $5 a week, which is super incredible. You get new and full moon circle tickets. And if you're local with us, we're playing with the idea of doing new moon circles in person and full moon circles online. But I might just explore that a little bit from the Bright Sister Circle perspective, as maybe there's a little new moon online presencing or meditation that we offer as well, so that you can just reconnect in at that new and full moon at each turn of the cycle, or start and peak of the cycle. And in the haven, there's also a whole suite, as well as the sanctuary. There's a whole suite of resources in there of mantra, of recommended reading, of the goddesses of the world, of soon to come will be essential oils and recipes that you can use as tools. We'll be adding things in there to that suite of things that you can access in the haven and the sanctuary. So, you know, in and around the yoga practices, there's also this other layer of all these other great tools that you can use. So in the circle, there's a monthly ritual. There's a monthly meditation. There is, you know, journal inquiries. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Plus we have our private Facebook groups for the sanctuary and the haven as well. And so there's lots of opportunity to connect in community for Bright Yoga Space and Bright Sister Circle. And so, yeah, we're really, again, honored to be doing this work with you and
I'll add
being on this journey with you.
Yeah, I'll add one extra thing is that in terms of meditation, we offer a Wednesday evening at 7:30 a free community meditation practice. So on Zoom, it's a 20-minute guided meditation where you can join live with other people, and there's usually a bit of time to check in there as well. And then on a Monday on Facebook Live, I do a Monday morning metta practice, which again is a mindfulness, heart-centered, loving kindness meditation. So a great way to start the week, and that's usually at about 11 o'clock on a Monday morning.
So much goodness. Yeah, so much goodness. All right.
Share this video with your friends and anyone that you think might be interested in joining us, and whether that's in person or online. We've got lots of more goodies to come. We'll probably do another one of these soon to talk about what in-person classes are going to look like. We don't quite know yet ourselves, and maybe, you know, how we see online expanding as well. We've got ideas for courses and things like that. So yes.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So much more goodness to come.
Yeah, and we would love to hear from you. So if there are things that you absolutely love that we're doing, or if there's anything that you'd like to see more of, if you know there are classes at a certain time that would work for you, we can't always accommodate everything, but if we don't hear from you, then we don't know. So we'd love to continue that communication.
Yes.
Stay connected. So
I think our connectivity is
Instagram's kicking
us off. Your time is up. All right.
All right.
We'll call it. All right. I'm going to stop playing with that. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here and listening, and for your presence. And thanks, Em.
Thank you.
And yeah, we can't wait to connect with you either online or in person. Please reach out if you have questions, and we'd love your feedback, as Em said. And we hope you have a most wonderful day.
Have a great day. Namaste.
Yeah, namaste.